Hey friends, I had a thought pop into my mind after I dropped one of my kids off, and it's really got me thinking. If we're going to be living our most aligned, best lives in 2023, what does that mean for you? What does living your best life mean to you and only you? So not what anyone else thinks a perfect life is, not what the TV says, not what a magazine says, not what social media says, which sucks so many people in. What is living your best life? And one thing that's really easy to gravitate towards is money, right? If I have $1 million, I'll be happy. If I make X amount of dollars, I'll be happy. When really and truly, and I'll be totally honest, I 100% used to put that down as I made of, like the I am statements, or on my vision board, making X amount of dollars and having X amount of dollars in my bank account. And anyway, money doesn't make you happy at all. Yes, obviously it's great to have. There's a security, a sense of security with it. But when you really get down to the nitty-gritty, money doesn't make a person happy at all. Not at all. It 100% comes from within. And I've found this myself, reaching for external fixes, let's say, when I'm not feeling in alignment or when I'm feeling off. And that's what helps me spiral even more. That's what helps me continue on that path, because that's what the ego, when it's out of control, likes. When the ego is in check, secure, and we're being heart-led first by ourselves for our soul, it's a deep feeling within. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. It doesn't matter what anyone else has. It doesn't matter what anyone else drives. It doesn't matter where anyone else lives. None of that matters, because all that matters is me and my life. And to some, that may come off as sounding selfish, and I very much used to worry of that that I would come across as being selfish by putting myself first and putting my happiness first and putting my health first. But it's not. It's what I recommend for every single person to do, to be their best self, to put themselves, it's 444, to put themselves first, to stand in alignment with your heart first, and watch the magic happen. Being grateful for what you have now, always, is the biggest step that I have 100% learned. It's so easy to be out of alignment, be stuck in the what ifs, be stuck in past traumas, which admittedly I'm stepping into a next level of some really deep healing that I knew it affected me in a really, really heavy way, but I had no idea that it would be this prominent at times. And even though I am a mom, and I am so proud to be a mom, so I crossed that hurdle. I won that race. I beat my body, which is exactly what's coming into my mind at this moment. Not in a physical form, obviously, but it's been something that's just, it's been affecting me for much longer than coming into my family years. It goes back to definitely elementary school, body changes. So yeah, stepping into some really, really deep healing. And quite truthfully, I've experienced healing unlike no other these past 3 years by also being rocked to my core in many different ways. And it's incredible, the journey. And it's strengthened even more by going within. And by honoring your truth, and by realizing no one's here to save me. I get to design my life. And I don't care what she says or he has or they do. When you get in alignment with your soul, seriously, it doesn't matter. But what does matter is when you find yourself slipping out of alignment, to allow yourself grace to get back. And it won't be immediate, be instant in any way, but at some point you will reach a time that you'll suddenly look back and be like, holy shit, that used to take me days or weeks or months, and now it doesn't. And that's how we can begin to shift our life, because it's not instant. So for a lot of people, if you don't see results right away, it's really easy to give up. Keep going. Keep going no matter what anyone else is doing. Just keep going and follow your heart, and really do a deep dive into, because what I found is some of the I am statements that I was making many, many years ago, that a lot I allowed to, follow me through still. The words are there, but the feeling is not. So you need to go within to know, how do I want to feel? And then stop with the how. Because we need to release that. We need to have a healthy detachment to put it out there. This is how I feel. I feel empowered. I have a rich life. And that's not specifically centered around a rich life, meaning I have so much money, I have all these cars, I have this massive house. A rich life is what's rich for you. What do I find rich in my life? I love when we have time as a family, especially having our teens. They're such good kids, and I love them so much. And I also love their growing independence, their personalities developing. Like it's incredible. And the time that we spend, even if it's 15 minutes in the kitchen or an hour playing a game, whatever, that to me is rich life. That to me, having pictures to remember that, having time with my husband, simple things like going for a side-by-side ride. To me, getting out in nature, that's living a rich life. Walking outside into nature in my backyard, not having to leave my property, that to me is a rich life. Very rich life. So for what's rich for me, or what wealthy means for me, may not mean that for you. And that's okay. that's okay, because everyone's life is different, and that's great. When we're honoring ourselves, living our best lives, that's when we truly expand. Oh, there it is again. So my words that kept coming through, the first word that came through for 2023 was evolution, which I love, because we have been shifting our lifestyle in our house for the past, I think we're going on to year 9. And really and truly, what does it matter how long it's been? Because I truly feel every day you can shift. And even if that shift is 2 steps forward, 1 step back, you're still moving. The other word is expansion. And I really feel the more we align with ourselves, the more our soul can expand in whatever way that means. The biggest thing for me, living a rich life, regal, that's the word. The end of 2022, another word came in, and it was a very prominent, and I feel like rich and regal go together, because again, it's not just rich with money, it's rich with time, it's rich with my nutrition and my health, and cooking food in our home, having snuggly blankets, having a gorgeous sweater to wear that I just feel so good in, wearing jeans that make me feel damn sexy, because I can honestly say I love my body, especially for 2 things: for carrying and birthing both of our children. Yeah, and there's the tray. Yeah, it's coming up. Yeah, so there's some things that obviously I need to deal with, and that's okay, because that is how we evolve, and that is how we expand. So, Freedom Friday words of wisdom. Yeah. I hope you have a great evening. Stay aligned.